What's up, everybody? Welcome to D's Notes YouTube. I'm your host, Andy. Got a quick little open box we're gonna run through. One of the subscribers reached out and said, "Hey, flip your iPad the other way and try that." So we're going to try it with the flipped iPad, I guess. Anyways, these are bulk submissions back from PCGS. We just got back from the ANA show in Colorado. Ooh, about ready to cut my own face off here. ANA show was super great. We really had a great show there. Can't say enough good things about how great that show was. So we've had shows there prior to, and they've never really stuck out, I guess. So the show either met and or exceeded all of my expectations as a dealer. So if you were curious how that show went, that's how the show went. Coin sales were solid. Note sales were spectacular. And attendance was, for having 30 inches of snow on the ground, attendance was very well attended by both dealer and public. I can't say that we did a ton of public business, but we did plenty of dealer business. So sometimes it's good to be able to relax and just deal with other dealers and do it that way. And sometimes it's good to deal with the public. Sometimes the public's tough, though. They want to pay less than we do as a trading market. So that's what makes it really tough for us. Anyways, I'm trying it flipped this way. We're going to run through these really quick. Centering up on the camera is going to be tougher. First note is $20 gold cert and VF25. Comment pinholes. Let's see if we can backlight it a little bit. Yeah, you see some in the portrait, some in the seal, some to the right of the left of the portrait. See them right there. Really good. So, accurate. The note does have good eye appeal still, so it is what it is. 35B and 66. That's cool. Choice Unk 64. They seem to always find a note in these sequential runs that just doesn't meet EPQ criteria, so good notes for quick resale. 35Bs. Don't see 35Bs very much. So next up, 53 $5 Silver Cert Star at 64. 64Q. I've been fighting allergies like crazy, so another 64Q. Here's a really cool note. Connecticut Colonial, graded 64Q. Vivid signatures. This is called a slit cancellation. You'll see it right there. It'll run up through the note. That's an awesome grade. I've never made one of these in EPQ. I've mostly seen them in AU grades, mostly XF45 to AU55-ish, and never with EPQ. So pretty pumped about that one. That's a good hit. 1934 Mule Star, which is super tough. So that's a bonus. VF30, no comments. It's just I go pretty quick. So 1928 $10 gold and VF25, no comments. 28 gold VF25. The comments are minor edge tear, which happens, and it happens to be right up there. So is what it is. You take the good, take the good with the bad. Funny back in 65Q. 28B funny back 65Q or 64. There's a little run here. 65, 4, and 63. $10 North Africa and AU50. It's a pretty easy note to sell. Excuse me. $29 in 64Q. That's a great note. Another $10 silver cert star. This one's in VF30, no comment. Here's a great note. 1381. They call this the Bob Hope note. This gentleman here, his name is William Crawford, but they usually call him the Bob Hope note. So graded 64Q. We have a dark green seal non-mule, 34 Kansas City and XF40. So no comment. We have another one, 34C and AU55. And we have a 34C and 55Q. Salt Lake City, Utah. National Banknote, VF25. $20 gold certificate, VF25, no comment. And then 1928, $10 gold cert, VF25, no comment. Slide these out of the way. Let's see, 34 plain, light green seal. So this is a tough note. San Francisco and XF40. 53 star note, 63Q. Peoria, Illinois, VF25. Circulated National Bank note. It's from the Commercial National Bank of Peoria, Illinois. A couple funny backs. Black Eagles. Here's a 236 and VF35. Just circulated. Nothing wrong with that note at all. Here's a 235 and VF30. Pretty nice 30 too. And 1864 10 and VF35. Annotation. Looks like Joel Burnett, maybe? Might have been a Confederate soldier. Never know. T20, 1861-20, T20. This is probably one of the most counterfeited notes that you'll run across for Confederates. This one's a nice problem-free example. Remainder on Rhode Island in 64. No EPQ on that one. Here's a post note from the Terre Haute, Alton, and St. Louis Railroad Company in AU58. So that's pretty awesome. It is canceled. FR39 and 40. It's a solid note, easy to sell. 237 star, VF35. Minor stains. That's too bad. Minor staining. Huh. Really don't look that bad to me. Here's a tough note. Here's an Omaha City, Brownville Bank. No, this is a no tint. So this is a scarce issue. Here is a 1870s 2 on Lincoln, Nebraska, in fine 15. Problem free. Very tough note, problem free. 34A North Africa 5 and 50Q. It's a nice looking note. Here is a Little Rock, Arkansas Treasury note in VF30. Printed on the back of what looks like a bond, like some sort of bond for the state of Arkansas. So that's cool. Some of the stuff I don't remember, like this one here, this Roxbury, Massachusetts in VG10. Splits and tears. I don't remember this note, so 1899 and VF30 and 232 Parker Burke. Nice problem free. FR91 VF25. No comment. It's weird for me because I got to hold the notes off to one side a little bit. Excuse me. 1899 226A, so date below. XF40. FR57 and VF35. Excuse me again. I'm telling you, sinuses this month have just been the worst they've ever been. 236 in 53Q. Good looking note. Legal tender star note, so an FR60 star and VF25. Just nice circulated. Oh, here's this cool. Post note from the Terre Haute and Alton St. Louis Railroad Company. It is hole punch canceled, just like the other one you can see down here. But this one's in Choice Unk 63. Okay, that's the first stack. Hit up the next stack. 1953 $5 silver certificate in 63. This note to me seems a little bit undergraded. Could have squeaked a 4 out at least. It was better centered than this one, and this one's a 4. So things happen. I'm going to assume, and this is me, but there is. Let's see if I can get the light to show it. I seen it. It's on the side, I think. There is. It looks like a paperclip mark right here. So maybe that's why it's a 3. Still a little bit egregious in my opinion, but it is what it is. 53 and 63Q. 53 and 64Q. Now we're getting some big boys. Yeah. 53 and 7Q. 53 and 4 flat. Bummer. 53 and 5. 53 and 4. 53 and 4. Just, I was complaining about that 3. Look at how tight the margin is on this one. Even with the paperclip mark, I would have rather seen it in a 4 holder and seen this one in a 3 holder. But it is what it is. 65Q. 66Q. Yay. 53A. 5Q. Usually on small size, there's a lot of variables that go into making the grade. A lot of people would be like, oh, with this long left margin, that's no better than a 4. This is just the edge of the sheet, and a lot of people don't understand that. So what you're going off, you're trying to base it off a little bit of the registration of the note and the centering. So you have to take that into account, to account. There's a 53B and 4, no Q. 53B and 4. 53B and 4. Nice couple little runs in here. Easy stuff to sell. A 25-cent 5th issue fractional. Look how red the seal is. This one's at AU55. Here we go. 1238. Green reverse without design figure. This is a 5-cent 3rd issue in 64Q. This is a good note. Here's a tough note. A Dexter in 65Q. Really, really nice looking note. Well centered. Here is a 1261 and 64 no Q. Bummer. Here's another super tough note. I've yet to get. So, in my personal collection, my children and I have been building a fractional set. And the 1264, which is the green seal Meredith, I've yet to make one of these in full frame EPQ. It's one I definitely need for my set, but I'm only trying to buy notes that I make or hand pick. So that makes the search just a little bit more funner for Dad. Here's another Bob Hope note, 64 no Q, probably because it's just a little bit minor paper tone on this left edge is my guess. They probably want to see just a hint of a little bit wider paper. Here's a 1242 plain edges, no monogram, 65Q. It's a pretty easy note to make in gem. This is just kind of exactly how they come. So then we have a 1308 and 63 no Q. Again, it's just probably a little bit too paper toned for their liking. The light doesn't really pick it up, but I can see it with my own eyes. I really like the look of this note. So it's got great color, great original retained color. So then we have a 1255 and 65Q. Very nice note. Full frame, fat borders, excellent. I don't get a lot of fractionals. They sell really well. So here is a 35D narrow and 65Q. See, so these are they're not sequential, but they're from the same pack. 64 no Q. So you just take the good with the bad. 65Q. We're back to some $5 silver certs. We have 1655 and 66. And then 1656 and 4 no Q. A couple of those. That's a bummer. Sequential. So I don't know what they're seeing or what they don't like, but they look very fresh to me. So it is what it is. You just take the good with the bad. I'm not going to sit here and scrutinize $30 notes, so take my losses like a big boy and move on. Here is a hand-signed, okay, 1328, Choice AU58. I can already tell you why this is no Q. Almost all hand-signed issues will have some form of minor ink erosion. And if you picked it up right away, the left and right edges are minor paper toned. So this is 100% the right grade. David City, Nebraska. First National. John Byram is the president. 28A and VF20. Just a note. Fillers. 53 and 64Q. 28E. VF25, it's a tough note. 57B, look at the serial number on there. 30330033A. Small repaired edge tear. I sure as hell didn't repair it. But looks like maybe right there. I think I pulled this out of circulation, guys. So that's cool. 34 St. Louis Mule and 40Q. What a weird grade. Can't believe I would even send that in. I don't know. Maybe it ain't mine. 34B Star and VF25. Interesting combination there. 53A and 64Q. 53A, 64Q. Ooh, the dreaded 58Q. Get it away, get it away. 53A and 65Q. 53A, 65Q. Here's a great note. Canada, pick 24C, or BC 24C, pick 61C. And VF35. Great note. People collect these because of the vignettes. A lot of them don't come in this grade either. You'll see a lot of these in just VG fine, tore up, but nice portrait of King George there, Queen Elizabeth's father. What else we have here? Radar serial on a Providence, Rhode Island. VF25 details. Tape repaired edge tear. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I didn't do that. But it is a radar serial. 11211. 28A and VF30. Central National from Columbus, Nebraska. And then Wood River, Nebraska 5. Tough note. Very tough. Anyways, that concludes this go around. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Little 20-minute video. Don't hesitate to reach out, comment, post. I'm thinking about doing a video on how to use some of the numismatic books that we use from day to day on paper money. If there's something more you'd like to see, just reach out, comment, email, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me, and we'll make it happen. All right, later.